Moment Collective. You are right on time whenever you're watching this. This reading is timeless. Tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, our spirit team. We're going to see what spirit has for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, anything like that, that is where you can find me. And let's step into today's message. Yeah, I was definitely feeling that. So right away, I'm feeling an energy of people trying to cozy up to collective. We got the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Lets me know you've been hard at work and there's a huge accomplishment that's brewing and coming in for you. And right as I say that, you know, there's like an energy of someone who's trying to get close to you now that they can see that you're being recognized. This is someone who I was hearing cleanse your energy as I was, you know, doing the pre-pull, and it made total sense as we continue to go into the reading. We have the Nine of Swords with the Nine of Cups reversed. I see you doubting your intuition and feeling like something is not right. Even when things are right, even when things are going well, there's still this nagging feeling in the back of your mind that something is off and something is not right. And it seems related to a feminine energy. We have the Empress reversed. This could be someone who's older, someone who feels like they're like time has passed. This could be the energy of someone who is more mature than you or older than you, like someone where they've been at, say this is like a workplace situation and this is like a manager or a coworker. This person has been there at the job longer than you, so they kind of feel this weird sense of superiority. But with that being said, the only thing that gives them that sense of superiority would be like their title, because Empress reversed, they don't have the confidence to match it. They don't feel like they are who they present themselves to be. They don't feel like a manager. They don't feel like a higher up. They don't feel like someone who's accomplished like great things or more than collective on the inside, but they do have a title that gives them some sort of validation. This could be manifesting a different kind of way. This could be someone who has pretty privilege or whatever the male equivalent would be, yet is so jealous of other people. This could be someone who has a platform and you have a smaller micro platform and you're getting a better deal than them. I see this person trying to cling to you, but it's very much so giving nice, nasty collective. So be aware of that. This person on the outside is really good with saving face, really good with keeping up the appearance that they like people, that they're friendly, that they're kind. But if you notice the micro movements of this person, they actually move kind of harshly. We have the Queen of Swords. I thought that was your energy, but now I'm kind of feeling like this could apply to them as well. When this came out, I was like, oh, okay, so collective is really being called at this time to stand on business. This is like an energy of you being called to put someone in their place. This could be an energy of you having to have a tough conversation with someone or cut them off. We have the Declaration card that came out, and this is all about really drawing that line in the stand, you know, the line in the sand. It could be like defiance, reclaiming your power, stepping into sovereignty. As people are trying to connect with you, you are trying to keep that space and distance. This could be your personal ideals that you're trying to protect. You may not be that big of a girl's girl, or again, whatever the masculine equivalent would be. And a lot of people see that and they, you know, kind of weaponize it against other feminine energies and use it as a source of shame. But you may not be a people person in general. It's not about being like girl's girl or not. It's like, I see the weird behavior with other people, so yeah, no, I'm more of a loner. Not a girl's girl, but that also doesn't mean that I'm not, you know, that I'm male identified or masculine identified. I am me identified. So I see you having your Kendrick Lamar moment, like, the big three. It's just big me, you know, if you heard like that. So yeah, there's an energy of liberty, and I feel like you're learning the rules of the game and challenging the status quo, and it has this person kind of reeling. We have the Master here, which is why I feel like this person is really kind of crashing out over your success at this time, because again, you know, they were showing up as like Empress reversed, so they should already have the accomplishment accomplishments or the attention or whatever it is that kind of puts them in a higher standing, but they don't have that. So it's like they have to cling to a real master. They just don't feel validated by whatever makes them cool. Maybe, because that does happen a lot. You can have a big platform, but if you've had it for a while, you could actually be at a plateau. And from the outside looking in, you could see someone, say on Instagram, with like 60K followers. Just first thing that came to the top of my head. You could see someone on Insta with 60K followers and be like, oh my God, that's so cool. This person has a platform. Okay, so they do social media. That's cool. But this person sees themselves totally differently because they've been at 60K for over a year. Their platform could have grown very quickly in the beginning and then totally, got kicked out of the algorithm, shadow ban, all that crazy stuff. And so they don't feel, like they're that girl, that guy. They feel like very frustrated. I need to make something happen. I'm picking up on someone in collective's energy that is a wolf in sheep's clothing. This person puts on a mask that they're kind, helpful, etc., when really they're just trying to cling to you. And we have the Rings card, and in the pre-pull I was thinking like, oh, okay, so is there romance in the air? Like, is there someone coming around for collective? That could very much so be it. But with all this energy of like contracts and level ups and you experiencing upgrades, I feel like there could be a bit of a, sinister undertone with that, where someone is trying to cling to you and get into some sort of contract with you or agreement with you. So be very mindful of people asking you things. Do not answer anything casually. Rings in this deck, it's all about like contracts, agreements, connections, unions, partnerships. Counterparts definitely can be lovers as well. But I feel like you're not really with that at this time. You feel like you're at a distance. Maybe love, because it's like when you just have the one person or like a bestie, usually most people are open to that. Even if you're not a super people person, you meet that person you just clicked with and it's like, you know what, I've always been a loner, but yeah, I really like this person, so now you have a bestie. I'm not talking about that. And I'm not talking about a romantic situation either, because that would be like a kind of your person kind of thing as well. I'm talking about someone who is trying to cling to you. That is not meant to be that for you. That's not the reason you met them. Spirit didn't put this person in your life for that reason. And Spirit honestly may not have even guided you towards each other at all. This person is just seeing you and now they're exercising their free will to kind of cling to you. We have the person of Earth and the flag here. So this could be an Earth sign. Look out for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo placements. The person of Earth in this deck can also represent like someone who's very grounded and secure, nurturing, classy, prosperous. And yeah, I feel like that's more what you're looking for. Like people who can add things to your life instead of people who are trying to cling to you so they can kind of level up and get out of that slump that they've been in. I've been getting a strong energy collectively for a while now, a few weeks, of like people ending up where they're meant to be. Spirit is putting people where they're supposed to be at this time. So if someone is down and out, it's because Spirit has, either placed them there for some divine reason, or this is something that's a result of their previous choices. So you're not meant to be, Captain Save them at this time. We got the flag. You could be really feeling called to, wave the white flag. You can be really called to kind of make peace with people, but the flag is all about like achievement, recognition, and success, victory, conquest, mastery. So I'm feeling like Spirit is coming in with like positive energy for you, a big shift, and oddly, you have someone trying to kind of sideswipe that. Interestingly, let me see what's going on. Spirit, what is this person running from? Why are they in collective's energy like this? Yeah, I'm hearing nice, nasty again. This person is really good at pretending not to dislike people and stay neutral. I'm seeing a fall from grace here. That's what I was getting before. We have down to earth. It says humbled, knocked off the pedestal. Just like I was giving you that example a moment ago, talking about like someone with like a platform of 60K, but they don't see it as anything anymore because it's been stuck there. But if you're seeing it from the first time, it can look really, really nice. this person has been knocked off their pedestal, so they may be at the point where they're losing recognition, attention, followers. It depends on how this manifests. If it's a work situation, they could be called on less and less by the higher ups to handle special tasks that could get them more recognition and get them promotion or better pay by the next evaluation. So it's like they're panicking. They're like, why aren't they calling me for this project? And then furthermore, the plot just thickens if you're being seen and called for projects, or if you're being seen and called for help, like even from other people on your level, other employees. Instead of going to them, they're coming to you. So it's making this person really panic. They're feeling like they don't have like a place. It says ego death, forced sudden change, devastation, broken soapbox, and knocked off balance. So with that broken soapbox, I don't even see that people are trying to empathize with this person anymore. It's kind of like this person makes excuses and people like they're stone faced, they don't have any reaction anymore. So this could be someone who's used to being able to play the victim, but people aren't entertaining what they're talking about. People are just like, all right, you know what? I'm not even going to call this person out because they're always doing that. They're always just acting like they can't figure things out, or something is someone else's fault. So instead of them telling me the same old thing, you know what? I'm not even going to ask them anymore. People could be going over their head. This one, it says health issues from addictions or heavy energy, excessive substances, food. It says medication on there, so they may be going through kind of a health issue. Energy, it says lack of motivation, lazy, feeling drained, lost, and a lack of faith. So this person has lost faith in the universe. I feel like their time has just come and passed. I just saw 1155. Yeah, the portal is changing and it's opening up for someone else, and this person is really freaking out. There's periods of growth and then there's periods of rest. They're shifting into a period of rest after a period of massive growth, and they've associated with that growth as who they are. So now they're in their ego. And when they're not continuing to grow, they're taking it very personal, feeling like it's a personal attack, looking for any and anyone, to blame, trying to even kind of bait people into arguments at this time. Whoa, we got yin and yang. You guys are totally different from each other, but also very alike. I feel like you are two sides of the same spectrum, because if you know the yin and yang symbol, you've got the black side and the white side, and there's a black dot in the white side and there's a white dot in the black side, and they're able to be in harmony through that duality. So I feel like if you guys were to come together, it could be really good, but because this person isn't managing their emotions very well, it's hard to work with them. And also, I don't really see them trying to work with you either. I see them kind of trying to be close to your opportunities and accomplishments. I saw a little clip someone posted the other day. And I don't know if you know who this is, but there's this girl called B. Simone, and basically she's kind of like a comedian and entertainer. And she has a podcast, and she did an interview with one of her close friends, and she was talking about how she was salty that her friend would not let her know about the opportunities that she was getting and take her in. And B. Simone was kind of saying, every time I get an opportunity, I look at it as we're going to do this together. But what she was really doing is just leeching onto her friend and, being entitled to opportunities that weren't given to her, and being invasive and asking questions that don't have anything to do with her, and trying to show up and pop up and be in places that she specifically was not invited in. And, a lot of people do that. They cling to certain people, especially people who have pretty privilege, or people who are handsome, people who are attractive, people who are blessed, people who have favor. People like to cling to those types the most so that they can get even just a little corner of the windfall themselves, So we got the yin and yang energy here. I mean, it's a waste. You guys, really could work well together, but I'm feeling like this person is not being genuine, and I'm feeling like they're trying to cling on to you kind of for all the wrong reasons. So definitely cleanse your energy, collective. We have soaring into joy. Bottom of the card, it says, childlike wonder fills my life. So with all that being said, Spirit's like, listen, this is a time of joy, a time for happiness. Yes, you are elevating at this time. Take advantage of all the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. Pick the ones you want. Let the ones you don't want fall to the wayside. Consistently cleanse your energy. I would say once a week or once every 2 weeks at least. You know, maybe once on the full moon and once on the new moon would be really good. I feel like that distance that you have between people is really good at this time. Until you fully stepped into your new life, I wouldn't rush to share your blessings or try to help other people. That's what I got for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.